Hello everyone, I'm Adam Papagan. Welcome to another episode of There's a Place, the ASMR talk show, the show that feels good to hear. We're hanging out tonight, we're feeling good. It's gonna be a good show. I was driving in here to the studio. I was coming today and I saw a guy. It's late, we do the show late at night. It's about 9:30 at this point. There's a guy at the bus stop. He's waiting for the bus, and he does that move where he walks like 10 feet out. There's no traffic. He walks like 10 feet out into the street away from the bus stop, and just kind of like looks down the street for the bus, waiting for it to come. And I feel so bad for this guy because it doesn't matter how far out into the street he walks. The bus is gonna get there when it gets there, and when it does get there, it doesn't really matter. It could be delayed infinitely for more reasons once it picks him up. And I just felt bad for that guy because I could really relate to that feeling of like you want time to pass, but then like to what end? Where's it going? And it just goes to show you. Another thing, I saw a guy at the thrift store yesterday, and it's the Goodwill bin, so it's where they just have like the piles of stuff that you go through. And he's going through all the barcodes on the book, and he's scanning them with the Amazon app to see if they're worth anything. And he's just like picking one book up, he's going so quickly. And it's like, man, what's your hurry? Like, this is like, you don't have a job, this is what you do. You're just digging through garbage looking for something that could maybe sell for $10 or $15 on the internet, but you gotta like hang on to it and lug it around on probably the bus. And it just goes to show you should keep your eye on the prize, look to the future, but don't look too far ahead in the future because you're gonna miss what's going on in the present. Folks, my guest tonight is he's making his second appearance on the show. He's a comedian. He's around. You'll see him around. You'll see a lot more of him, and you'll see him again right now. Chris Sanders. Hey, Chris. How you doing? Welcome back. You took your hat off. How come?
I think it's polite to take the hat off. And we match by not matching.
Yeah.
And then we match by not having hats.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I like symmetry.
Most people are not wearing hats, though.
It's sunny,
You're not really matching by not doing something.
By not doing something?
Should I go get my hat? I could put it on.
Yeah, you can put your hat. You want to switch hats?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I think we can, because I shaved my head tonight, so I wanted it to look,
okay,
really shine.
TV ready.
Yeah.
Ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry I did not grace you with a new haircut.
Yeah, no.
So this is really ratty.
Yeah, it's cool. So we were talking just before the show, when the shows were turning over.
Yeah.
It came to the part where I had to like kick everybody out.
Yeah.
How do you think that went?
I think it went. It didn't go the way you wanted to for the first 5 to 10 minutes, but you did what you had to do.
It's quiet right now.
It's quiet like it should be.
Yeah.
They
weren't happy though.
Who cares? At the end of the day, you have to stay on a schedule, be professional, and so you were polite, and then you had to get passive aggressive, and then you had to get the boss on them, and they listen to the boss. So. But next time they should listen to you, because what if you did the same thing on their show, huh? All right.
That's kind of how I kind of justify being bossy.
Yeah.
Is if it's like, technically in the right, or if it's in like the best interest of the greater good.
Yeah. Applied bossiness is called assertiveness.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm not bossy, I'm assertive.
You're being assertive, yeah. Our resume vocab words. We're using our power words.
Assertive.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever described something I've done as assertive.
Really?
So that probably makes me not assertive.
I think No, you've probably been assertive, but for whatever reason, the authority figures in your life or the people around you just haven't used that to describe you. But I'm someone who's around you, and I just use it to describe you.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Have you ever used it to describe yourself?
I think so. I think I'm a pretty assertive person. Like, I do a lot. I work a lot. I'm always trying to develop things and get things done to the point of like exhaustion. The number one phrase echoed by family and friends is take care of yourself. I always get that all the time because I'm always overextending myself. But yeah, I assert myself. One might say I overassert myself, and it ends up being overexerting myself. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah, please.
Thanks.
Well, so that was kind of vague.
Oh, really?
How do you like?
All right, it was vague on purpose. I don't know. So, like, for example.
I don't trust people when they say that they're busy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
No, please. All right. Well, I don't know if I don't like tooting my horn, but I guess so. At one point, I hosted 3 mics, and then I produced 4 with 2 other people. Then I had a full-time job.
That's true. Yeah, I guess now that you mention it.
Yeah, and I had a full-time job.
You're doing a lot of stuff.
And then I'm trying to write a movie with a friend. Actually, we're not trying. We are writing a movie. And then I was also trying to date women.
Your personal life.
That's a full-time job in
That
itself.
is, yeah.
You
it
know?
takes a lot of time.
You know? And then I had, just trying to keep it together, eat right, go to the gym. Ooh. Just like, and then have time. And then I was traveling a lot. I've been to, the past 2.5 months, I've been to Colorado, Oregon. I've been to the Bay twice, and then I just got back from DC 2 weeks ago.
DC.
Yeah.
Hey, how's that MLK monument?
Beautiful.
It's good?
Dude, it's like next level. You feel assertive. You talk about assertive. Like that guy, he knows how to use a calendar, a Rolodex, and he just got things done, and
that monument was a long time coming.
It was.
Talk about, civil rights a long time coming.
Indeed.
Even just to build the monument took years and years of red tape.
For years and years of red tape, and it was definitely like, it came at the right time. Like we definitely don't live in a post-racial world. That was sort of that concept was definitely sort of a fabrication that never happened. But for that statue to be there right post-Obama, I think was definitely sort of a reminder to us all that like we need to sort of get back to that time where we tolerate, not just tolerate, but accept people for who they are, especially in today's political climate. So,
when did we accept people?
I want to say.
What are we trying to get back to?
I mean, that's a very good point. Maybe at least I feel like there's a side. I don't like to look at things in left-right dichotomies, but I feel like that's kind of where we are right now in American politics. And that ultra-right dichotomy definitely has sort of taken more airtime. They definitely have a leg up on acceptance and sort of leftist ideologies. So, there are people out there who would be like, you know what, we're going to defund this program, and why not tear down that MLK statue while you're at it, so.
It's too hard to undo things, though.
Too hard to undo things.
Once they get, for a prohibition of something, they're not going to take the statue down.
No, but...
They got rid of the Confederate flag. How do you feel about the Confederate flag?
Being taken down?
Yeah.
Oh, it's an interesting thing.
Also the design of it. Kind of a cool design.
In terms of iconography,
the X,
the
stars.
In terms of iconography, it's interesting, right? It's very bold. But in terms of history, it's been appropriated by white supremacists, and unfortunately, it's being used now more publicly for that reason. And people who say, I think people say it's for Southern pride aren't looking at the history, and they're ignoring the history. And you cannot separate the history from icons, from images, you know.
But why not then leave the flag up so that if we can all accept that, like,
Sure.
okay, it's a bad part of history, then leave it up as a reminder of the bad thing. I think if everybody's aware of it,
Sure.
it, you know, where they have to take down statues and flags and stuff.
I think what it is when these flags become when they become sort of endorsed by local governments, that's when it becomes an issue. If it's like, you know, in a museum or someone wants to purchase this flag through a website, that's different. But when it's in front of a government building where everyone is allowed to go there, every creed, every sort of person of a different religion, that's when it becomes an issue. You know, that's the issue. Certain states and counties still use that flag. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that never bothered me. But then once I was like, oh, I didn't realize this was bothering people. All right, well, I guess it's got to go. You know, that's the march of progress.
Yeah.
But do you remember what spawned all of it? Because, like, you know, there's that show, The Dukes of Hazzard, where they have, like, the Confederate flag.
The General Lee.
Yeah.
With the vehicle.
I swear, like, the Confederate flag used to not be as offensive.
Exactly, yeah, it wasn't.
People weren't really bothered by it.
Sure.
And then once people were like, hey, you should be bothered by this.
Yeah,
People were like looking for something, whatever. But yeah, what started all of that was the Dylan Roof thing.
Yeah, the Knights of Rhodesia kid.
Yeah, and then they switched it around. But do you remember what inspired him?
Yeah.
What was the news story before that?
What do you mean, what inspired him to commit that crime?
Yeah.
I mean, he was, from what I understand in my research, he was fueled by sort of this hate propaganda that stemmed from Trayvon Martin.
He was a ticking time bomb. But do you remember what the news story was right before? Rachel Dolezal, the woman who pretended to be black.
Yeah, the white lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that caused him to snap.
You think that he just liked the idea of, like, not just seeing mixed kids or like a white woman with a black guy, but like a white woman wanting to be black, just like,
Yeah, this stupid news story was just like, and then now the Confederate flags are gone and the statue of General Lee has been taken out of New Orleans.
You know, I mean,
interesting how things.
It's a theory. I'm waiting for that, like, 2020 interview where they ask him, you know, what caused you to do it, and maybe he'll mention Rachel Dolezal. I forget that lady's name.
You can't believe what he says. He's crazy.
Yeah, he is very crazy.
So if he said it, then he would never say it because he's crazy.
No, he wouldn't. But
that's my forensic take on it. Do you think how much do you think that guy is crazy versus how much do you think he's racist?
I don't think he's really crazy. When we say crazy, we're like, when we're saying crazy right now, we're saying that in a colloquial term of, like, he killed a bunch of people, because, like, normal people wouldn't kill anyone, you know? But, like, his level of hate, his capacity of hate it surpasses, like, you know, anything comprehensible.
Yeah, it's illogical.
Yeah, it's one of illogical, like, so he killed a senator, I believe, and, like, 4 or 5 other people in a church, and he has no remorse over it, you know? So we label him as crazy. You know, he's definitely like a psychopath, for sure. So
he thinks that in a couple of years the white supremacists are going to take over and they're going to pardon him and make him governor of South Carolina.
That's definitely delusional, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
that might perhaps be a little crazy. He's like Richard Spencer. Like, compare, like, there's a spectrum of these racist guys. Like, Richard Spencer, you know, I understand he's, like, very much like an academic. He's, like, published. I think he might have a PhD. I don't know, like, maybe a master's at least. Where this kid, he just, like, reads really bad Wikipedia articles. You know, like, he's a little out there. You know, so. Yeah, he's crazy.
I guess what I'm asking is a chicken and egg kind of thing. What do you think, like, came first? He was racist and then he went crazy and he like used that to, like, justify getting more racist?
Sure.
Or do you think he was crazy and he like fixated on racism and that's what caused him to do the crime?
From what I read, his friend said that prior to the Trayvon Martin incident, he was always kind of a loner and made like a lot of dark jokes and was racist to a degree. But then after Trayvon Martin, his racism became more like unacceptable even to the people around him. He would make jokes about wanting to go on shooting sprees, but his delivery when he said these things were so deadpan, I thought he was joking. So I think there was definitely something wrong with him. His isolation, in concert with his racism, just was not a good mix. Not a good mix. So
Not a good mix.
not a good mix. Yeah.
Something I was gonna. Oh, we were talking about hats earlier.
Yeah.
And I gave you my answer, but I never heard your answer. You asked how many hats I have.
Yeah.
I rotate them out.
Really? Okay.
3 at the most. What about you?
I never wear hats.
You never wear hats?
This is the first hat I've ever had in I put on my head 5 years, 5-6 years. I'm only wearing this because it's a gift. My friend Sophie Shieldhouse, she was bored one day when she was supposed to be doing her graduate thesis. So she drew some saxophones, and then she's like, you know what, I should put this on a hat. But she had to buy 25 hats to make it cost effective. And so she bought 25 hats, and then she just started sending them randomly to friends. And I went to the mail, and all of a sudden I'm like, what is this? And it's just a hat with a saxophone on it. And believe it or not, out of anything I've worn, I've gotten more compliments on this entire year than any piece of clothing I wore in my entire life. People are like, oh, I like that saxophone hat. Do you play? I'm like, no. But they're like, it's a cool hat.
People ask you if you play saxophone.
Yeah.
Because you have a doodle of a saxophone.
Yeah, exactly.
On a red hat.
Yeah, in the past I've worn Vans and people ask me if I was a pro skater,
A pro skater?
yeah. Are you a Z-boy? No. I know it's weird, it's funny. I was talking to a friend about that, how, when she was a kid, she didn't like people who wore skater clothes when they weren't skaters. She called them posers, But I mean, we're all posing technically,
No.
No?
Some people are really posers.
Really?
And some people are the real deal.
Really? Well,
yeah.
Agreed. I think last time I was on the show, I told you how I worked in Beverly Hills at some fancy, a high-end clothing store. And there are definitely some people who take their fashion seriously. And there are some people who just I have to wear clothes because, I can't be naked, I'm somewhere in between, I've definitely learned how to dress appropriately for the occasion, but there are definitely days where I'm like, all right, I'll wear just solid colors and something modern, but like this, I'm just wearing solid colors, denim, it's very easy, so yeah.
Do you ever pick out clothes for yourself? You put a little effort into it, like you're saying, and then you go out and it's just for whatever reason it's not working. Bad color combos, out of style jeans or something like that.
Yeah.
Does it bug you?
No. I'm the kind of person, I don't care how I look, really. I think I've worn some bad outfits. I remember when, if I got a white shirt and I got oh shoot, I got sriracha on the shirt, I won't change the shirt. I'm it's part of the look, part of the look. The look,
the nerd look?
The nerd, you can call it
the dweeb.
Look. The dweeb or the dork, called the dork. It's in, it really is in. So yeah, I always thought, a lot of people, they make fashion, their own fashion line. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a fashion line where pre-stained clothes. So you buy and you have different spaghetti stains on one shirt. You have sriracha, curry, just green curry on the shirt.
Because what the sauce is on determines the pattern it'll drip in.
Exactly.
A green curry is very wet.
Yes.
So that's kind of more of a dribble.
More of a dribble, indeed. And it might be even kind of clumpy to some degree.
Yeah, and the height too.
Yeah.
Grease is probably only going to make it to right around here.
There we go. And then even have your the toothpaste stain. The white toothpaste stain. And
I get toothpaste everywhere.
You do?
It's.
So,
I I turn into like a rabid dog. I just go in there, and it's like dripping out of my mouth.
So you put too much toothpaste on
Yeah, I lather it up.
Yeah, I'm that one. I'm like, you would have thought I was cleaning a car. Like, like, you're only supposed to put a dab. Like they say in art school with glue, a little will do, a lot will not. But,
well, because when you brush your teeth, that's something you start doing when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And then you do it unsupervised every day, a couple times a day, forever after that.
Pretty much.
So no one's going to correct your technique.
It's kind of interesting.
Give me any pointers.
I think there were people growing up, they would like, at least I see it on television, they like brush their teeth with their family, or like their dad would like, this is how you brush your teeth. I think I was shown how to brush my teeth once, and after, it's like swimming, After that, if you don't get it, it's your fault, buddy. But very lucky I had good dental hygiene growing up, so. But yeah, these pre-stained clothes, any investors out there? Someone's gonna buy this.
Well, it's all about the brand name. What's the name of this brand?
I think, can we call it Stained, and then we could maybe get like STAN.
That was a group in the 90s.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We want to kind of distance ourselves from that sort of that I don't know what era was that. Was that the Limp Bizkit era?
Yeah, it's called nu metal.
Nu metal, the NU hyphen metal.
Yeah, you know about that.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Keep your voice down a little bit.
Yes.
Sorry, I mean, it's some feedback that the whistle too.
But I think STAND.
Yeah. Oh, so that's something I wanted to ask you about. Are you a music fan?
I do like music. Are you going to ask me what I'm listening to now?
Well, okay. So what made me think of this was I do focus groups.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big time focus group hustler. Do a lot of them.
Okay.
So I'm doing these surveys all the time, and usually I have to like lie to fit into the demographic for what these are. But this one was for music lovers was the thing.
Okay.
And so I was answering it, and it was like, how often do you listen to music? I was like, all day. Like, oh, I love music. Like everything was like extremely or whatever. I had like toned down my answers. And so that made me think, are there some people who only casually like music? Yeah, there must be. And then there must be people who don't like it really at all.
Yeah, I know someone who hasn't listened to music since like 1970 something. That's a true story.
Who is this? Like what?
This guy is my mentor. His name's Leonard K. If anyone can locate him. I lost him. He was my mentor in college. He was 85 years old when I met him. All right.
Oh, he's dead.
I hope to God. I called his number and it didn't pick up. And I called the nursing home that he was at, and I said he doesn't live there anymore. So I even called a friend who's a lawyer. I'm like, yo, can you find him? And
he's
dead.
Like, yeah. Find a grave. Find a grave.
Find a grave. He's not famous, so
No, anybody.
No, anybody. Yeah. But anyway, he told me that he hasn't seen a movie since like the 1970s or listened to like new music since the 1970s. He just like reads the news and he writes letters to Benjamin Netanyahu. This is back when I was in college, so like when Obama was president, and he's always talking about what I think, what he, like his decisions, like, yeah, you should have done this, you shouldn't have done that, or congratulations on that. He's a very interesting guy. I wish you could have him on the show. That guy was fascinating.
Well, maybe we do a seance or something.
Yeah, bring him back.
Leonard's spirit.
If he's alive, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
But where do you fall on that spectrum of being a music fan?
Me, I listen to music. I listen to music. I do. It's when I listen
popular music.
Yeah, I try to like
keep up with what's popular.
Keep up with what's popular. I always listen to like the top 10 on Spotify. Because you don't want to live in the past. I do that. I'm a guy like, I love listening to like my Weezer. I love listening to my Knife. I love listening to my Dem Franchise Boys.
Dem Franchise
Boys.
Okay.
And this is like late high school, college.
That's when most people have the most time to listen to music.
Exactly.
And they kind of just get stuck there.
Yeah, you're going to those parties. You always had a friend who worked for the radio station. Like, I get these tunes. But I actually listened to a song by a guy named Ty Segall.
Oh yeah, he's popular now.
Yeah, he's popular. I was in a music video he did like a few months ago, and I was like, it was whenever the Star Wars came out, so I think it was last year. And I've been waiting, like, yo, when are they gonna drop it? When are they gonna drop it? Finally, I looked it up on YouTube, and I'm not in the video. They cut me out.
They cut you out?
Cut me out. Cut the only black dude out of the video. But
do you think racism has
I
anything
had
to do
nothing
with
to
it?
do with it. I just said that. It's
Are
because
you
I'm
sure?
It's because I'm nobody. Because Fred Armisen, he didn't get cut because he's Fred Armisen. Me, I was just some guy. The director's like, hey, do your best dance move in 1 second. And I didn't know how to do that, so I just T-bowed. Yeah, but anyway, going back to the music. You know, Ty Segall's very popular, mostly in indie circles, right? Dropped a new album, listened to the songs, good shit. I like the stuff. You know, it's good. And also when I go to parties or just meet people on the street, I can relate. You know, and so, as you get older, you have different emotions. Hopefully you're like growing and having different interactions and learning about yourself. And these songs, they mean different things to you as you get older. You know, you listen, you know, I like Weezer a lot. You know, the Blue Album doesn't sound the same as it did when I was in high school. You know, I like Mac DeMarco. You know, I keep up with him now. I like him a lot. So.
Okay.
Did I answer your question?
Weezer, yeah, it does. okay. Yeah, I didn't peg you as a someone who listened to that amount of music.
Yeah, I do.
Like you're not like a crate digging, like you know. Do you know that term?
Yeah, like vinyl.
Yeah, where you're just any garbage that was like never popular.
No.
Nice.
I mean, I listen to everything online.
So you like Weezer? Do you like only the first 2 albums?
Wait, Pinkerton was the second album, right?
Yeah.
What was the first one again?
The blue one.
The blue album. No, I like that album. I like the white album that just dropped, and then the album before that, We Were Monsters. Was it?
Yeah, I forget what it's called. So you've stuck with them.
Yeah.
Since you were a kid.
Yeah, since I was in high school.
Middle school for me.
Middle school.
I'll always. I don't keep up with modern music.
Okay.
I'm really not interested in it.
Interesting. Wait, when you say modern music, when was it cut off for you?
Well, okay, so I'm interested in like if the Grammys are on,
sure.
I'll watch those because I want to see, like, I like the entertainment business, you know, so I'm interested in that. But in terms of like listening for enjoyment, anything after like 1984, I'm not really interested in listening to.
See, I liked one.
But I do like Weezer from the old days.
The old days. I remember in high school, I loved Sonic Youth.
That is a band that their whole business model is people who are like high school to college age.
Pretty much. I mean,
and then people grow in and out of it, but there's always going to be people in that age range.
Sure, definitely. It's like they're always going to get these new kids that like rediscover, like, oh, Sonic Youth, no way, Teenage Riot, this is awesome.
Every year it turns over.
Yeah. So they're not making music anymore, unfortunately. I wish I could see them live.
Oh, do you know that story?
Yeah, it's a sad story.
Sad, very sad.
Sad story, but it's a human story. You know, human behavior is very complicated. You know, I didn't read her book, Girl in a Band, but I hear it's a really good book, so I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, she's cool. We already knew that.
Say again?
We already knew that she was cool.
Yeah, she's super cool.
Without them together, I have no interest in any of them.
Yeah, it's weird, man. They're like the power couple that no one knows about. You know, like Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kim Gordon, and Thurston Moore, homie. You know, so.
She's older than him.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
I did
She's
not
like
know.
7 years older.
Oh, really?
Same age difference as John and Yoko. She was older too.
Good for Thurston.
Yeah.
Good for Thurston.
I think she kind of like reined him in a little bit. That's what they made it work.
Oh, really?
With John and Yoko, yeah.
I can understand that. I've dated older women in the past. I've only really dated older women the past few years. So.
Yeah, how's your personal life going? Because last time you were on the show, it's about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
We did a marriage pact.
Oh,
you know,
wow, you remember all
we were
of
talking about
that.
that. Well, I watched the video to
damn.
prepare for this.
Oh, thanks.
But, yeah. So, how's your love life improved in the past 6 months, or has it?
I mean, I think it has to a degree. It's like that young lady I had the marriage pact with. You know, she's a very, very good friend. And I actually asked her the other day. I was like, "Should I wait for you?" Yeah, it's a weird. Yeah, well, Chris, why would you ask that? And she's like, "No, I don't know.
Ooh, you got an I don't know?
Hey, I got an I don't know. Because it's not a no, right?
Yeah, right.
But, you know, we have like a really deep friendship, and, you know, she cares about me, I care about her, but you know, we're living different lives. He just got a promotion. She's going to be living in North Carolina. Good for her. I'm in LA. So, but you know, just got to move on, live in the present. So, you know, so yeah, just I need to start dating women my age here in LA. So, yeah, eventually. So, if any ladies wanna go to Home in Los Feliz, it's a good restaurant.
That's where you take women on a date?
I usually take them, get ice cream and then roller skating.
And how many times have you done that date?
I only did that once.
Oh, you only did that once?
I only did once, yeah.
You don't have like a standby?
No, because everyone's different,
spot.
dude. You know, you gotta like feel out the person. Like some people are like, what if they don't like physical activity? Like some people don't like going to the gym or even exercising or moving around. Like some people just like.
You would go to the gym on a date?
Well, I mean,
this isn't blind date.
No. I guess what I'm saying is like some people don't like physical activity. They're like, roller skating, I don't get it. You know, I don't want to sweat on a date. You know, so what dates have I done in the past? The LACMA, good date. Taking a lady to Home, that's a good date. What else? Santa Monica Pier, good date.
Oh yeah, I've done that on a date.
It's a classic.
Yeah,
it's a go-to. You can't go wrong with it. You know. Let me see what else. I have gone to bars on dates. I don't like drinking personally. I just like not really a drinker. So, but you know, you got to do that sometimes for the other person. Done the movie thing. I want to do a bike ride date, but so far, no girls that I've asked out are into like, they're like, no, you know. So, yeah.
That is maybe what you've been doing wrong.
Yeah, I gotta find a girl who likes to bike ride.
Because you bike a lot.
I love riding bikes.
It's really important to you.
It's super important to me.
So why are you wasting your time?
That's how I met Nina. I'm saying her name. I shouldn't have said her name. Yeah.
So why are you wasting your time not with people who don't like to bike?
Ride bikes. Yeah, you're right. I need to do that. I just need to find a girl who rides a bike.
You're assigning all these other abstract qualities that you need or that you're looking for.
Adam Papagan just solved my dating life.
It's as simple as
on
just
this talk show.
Somebody who likes to ride a bike.
Yeah, I'll just put that on my Tinder profile.
That's it.
Do you like riding bikes?
Well, look, because if they do, then you guys probably have other things in common.
That's true.
You probably also like going to the gym.
Yeah. One needs to specifically write, does not own a car and only rides a bike. Yeah, but continue.
No, that's my whole plan.
Yeah. Come the next show, you know, we'll have a 10-minute segment. We'll see what happens
It's Chris Jr.
I'll be engaged by then.
Yeah. Oh, you would do the baby first and then get engaged?
No, never. No.
Oh, so you would then do a shotgun marriage?
No. I would not marry for a while. There would be a long courting period. So, pretty traditional guy. So,
when you say you're traditional,
yeah,
how far does that go?
I mean, in terms of the relationship? Or?
Anything.
I mean, I'm pretty like, you know, I like to get to know the person for a little bit. You know, no shenanigans up front usually. You know, and then we'll see what happens from there. You know, I like. I feel like this is like one of those like, this is the dating game right now.
Yeah, love connection.
I don't know. I like communicating with the person and, you know, going at the speed, having mutual, like, going at their speed, and then I also go at my speed. Like, there has to be this sort of, like, this dance, sort of volley between each other. And if there isn't that volley, then, you know, it probably isn't going to work out, usually early on. So, you know.
I hope you find happiness.
Oh, thanks. I'm happy either way.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a really condescending, because they say that on Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
I'm home during the day. I watch Jerry Springer.
You're one of the few people who still watch Jerry Springer. That's awesome.
No, I think a lot of people watch it.
Really?
Yeah. There's no shame in it. It's been on for a long time.
That's good.
He always like, so like they do, I don't know when was the last time you watched it. It's the same.
Same format.
They do the things, and then they have Springer sound off, where the audience, I'm sorry, we were talking too loud. Springer sound off, where the audience gets to make fun of the guests.
Yeah.
And then the final thought, and Jerry just looks over and he's like, well, he'll be fine happiness, I really do. And it's so, like, that's insult to injury.
But
they
then,
already have just been on Jerry Springer and gotten broken up with on TV, or found out their husband was cheating or whatever on television.
That's funny.
And then insulted by like a bunch of college kids from SUNY Massapequa or whatever.
Sure. But then he, you know, he takes it back by saying, take care of yourself and each other. You know, redemption, Jerry. Yeah. And hence 10 years of syndication, 10, 15 years of syndication.
More.
Yeah, right? Big
people, those white trash people really respect him.
They respect him, man. Like, he's I mean, he went from mayor, I think, mayor to talk show host? I mean,
yeah.
You know, and one of the longest running talk shows on television. So
then the newer shows are even worse. Like they can't really do like hitting each other anymore.
Sure.
That's the Jerry Springer thing. Yeah. But they're like emotionally way worse.
Oh yeah, there's like the Jeremy Kyle show. Like,
have you seen that Muscle Man? Robert Irvine.
No.
He's a celebrity chef from England.
Okay.
And he's like roided out.
Okay.
Like he's huge.
Is he only cooking protein steaks? What is he cooking?
Yeah, he's cooking injections of steroids into his body. Like he's the kind of ripped that you can't get without steroids.
Okay, he's post-human.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he has this show where the people just come on and yell at each other.
Okay.
Like, I hate you. It's
what'd
like,
you do to my family?
Yeah, just like talking over each other, and he just like sits there and listens. Right. And then that's just on TV. You could just flip to that.
What channel is this on?
Channel 5, just in the middle of the day.
Is this American?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Robert Irvine Show.
Robert Irvine, I'll check him out.
TV has devolved so, I don't know, I'm really surprised by how smutty a lot of TV and media is these days.
I haven't watched TV in a while. I'm not saying that in a snooty way, but I'm not surprised, I guess. I mean,
it can only just unravel more.
Yeah, it's like
there's only one way you can go.
Yeah, it's either you get like TV right now. They say we're in a golden age of television because of like streaming. So the other content, it's like polarizing. It's becoming more polarizing. So, Are you gonna keep watching?
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, I gotta keep up with
keep up.
What's going on with trash?
You don't keep up with modern music, but you keep up with modern television.
Trash? No.
Oh, okay.
Only like trashy, like the French kind of stuff.
Okay.
I don't do the Game of Thrones. I don't do.
Okay. Same.
It like, why are you getting emotionally invested in this thing about dragons? Grow up. I know it's very popular and successful, but dragons, come on.
Yeah, it's the thing. It's funny you say that, because I'm really bad with episodic television. Like, you know, people watch like a Game of Thrones, and the next day they're at work, like, oh my God, I can't believe Jon Snow just, next week, dude, next week's gonna be great, come over. I was never that guy. I don't know. My favorite, like, the only show that I've seen from beginning to end is Quantum Leap. It's the oldest ass show on TV.
Yeah.
I would actually, as a kid, I'd like go home, do my homework, go on a bike ride, come back, watch Quantum Leap. There were reruns, but like, that show is the best show ever made. I mean, to put right what once went wrong. It's Jesus going back in time. That's really what the show's about. I think it's a very Christian show. I think that's probably why I watched. I loved it. It was very good. I was a little Christian boy, good Christian boy.
Oh, so you responded to when there was like allegorical stuff?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it was.
Jesus going back in time?
I think that's what that's the subtext of the show. He's like, hell bent. It was at the end of the show. It got kind of weird. It went like, I think it was like, you know, like maybe like third season. Satan showed up, like his like hologram, like owl. He thought it was his hologram, like arbiter, but then he found out it was Satan. And he's like,
oh, literally it was Satan?
It was Satan, like, pretending to be a hologram. It was very weird.
It's kind of heavy-handed.
Yeah, it was heavy-handed. Even as a kid, I'm like, yo, this is jumping the shark, bro. Like, I didn't even know what the word jump the shark meant, but...
I always hated that as a kid, like, realizing something was of low quality and being, like, disappointed.
Indeed.
Like, just knowing that this is This is the next in many disappointments that will lead to being a grown-up.
Indeed. You know, kids
Learning
really
that TV isn't perfect. Nobody's perfect.
no one's perfect.
Just get more disappointed.
Yeah, and that's the thing. As a kid, like you're super perceptive, but when you see something quality, that's when you're like. I remember as a kid seeing the movie Small Time Crooks, the Woody Allen movie.
Oh yeah.
My parents took me to the Dollar Theater. I remember DeSoto Mall, Bradenton, Florida, and I'm like, this guy's an idiot. But I realized he's like playing a character. As a kid, I was like kind of like, hey, you're smart. You know good shit. You know.
So what's this Blasian narrative thing you're doing?
Oh, cool. Yeah. So, Blasian narrative was a thesis project by the director G. Von Atman when he was a student at Morehouse College. And what it is a discussion, a theatrical docu-theater discussion about the intersection between Black and Asian. Okay, and so they have performers perform monologues. One act is on their sort of Asian identity, another act on their Black identity, and you know the performers are they're of different they're families from different regions. So you have Japanese Black, you have Cambodian Black like myself, you have Sri Lankan Black. And so these sort of these narratives and performances that these actors do, it allows us to talk about race relations in America, actually not just America, the world. So they've, for about a year and a half, they've been touring the university circuit. I've been lucky. I jumped on with them this year, performed at Stanford, CAM Film Festival, Center for Asian American Media, University of Boulder, Historian Film Festival, and we just did a film festival in DC. And our goal next is to hit HBCUs, historical Black universities. So yeah, that's what that is.
When you do these performances, do you just do your monologue like in person?
Yeah, so
talk about being Blasian? Pretty
much. I'm very like, I guess he wanted to bring someone funny as in levity, because a lot of the monologues are very dramatic and they're very like sad.
Oh, like
yeah. So yeah.
Here's a bad thing about being Asian and a bad thing about being Black.
Oh, it's not so much like a bad.
Not a bad, but like two ways that I've faced adversity.
Yeah, and it's adversity, but also like understanding, because like you know, as you get older, your understanding of your racial identity, it changes with your environment. Especially so if the people in your household don't give you a good base of how to interpret yourself. And so what's really cool about these performances, we talk about our racial development and how we perceive ourselves in the world. And doing that at a university, people end up asking us questions, and also they sort of answer their own questions about their own identity and whatnot. So
what was the best question you ever got at one of those?
The best
Q&A. Anything stand out?
What's weird is like I don't get a lot of questions. Like a lot of the people who are performers, they work in they're social justice activists of some kind. What I do is I talk about my mom and how she was in the killing fields, and how coming to the United States, she didn't talk about the killing fields, but having a Black father, he talked about Black history. I grew up around Black people, so there's a sort of asymmetry in my identity. And for a while I was like, I don't really care about being Cambodian, but I realized I have a responsibility to learn about that. So I tell a funny kind of humorous story, and I don't really get a lot of questions. I get people going like, do you do stand-up? Like, you're funny. Like, I just I don't really get, I wish I got these sort of astute analytical questions about my racial identity that the other performers get, but I don't get that. I just get like, hey man, you're funny, man.
You covered it too well.
Yeah, perhaps.
They're watching, they're like, this guy gets it.
Yeah.
I was wondering how to make sense of all this, and then Chris Sanders came on.
Pretty much. So I'm very happy, Javon, all the other performers. Hope you guys are doing well. I know we're taking a break for the summer, but I'll see you guys in the fall.
So the first time I ever heard the term Blasian, Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, yeah.
Was he There's not a lot of Blasians in the media. It's probably one of those things where there's more than you think, you know, like
Yeah.
you list it out. But was he like an influence on you just because he was Blasian?
He was an influence on me. I think he was an influence on other people. And then when they saw me, they're like, hey, you look like Tiger Woods. I've gotten that since I was like in 4th grade. I didn't know who the guy was until people started saying I look like Tiger Woods. And I'm like, I don't look like that guy. And, you know, I've made jokes about it, like, you know, keep your wives away. You know,
Oh, so you don't care about it. You're not like extra disappointed when he fails in public. He's got this DUI recently.
It's funny. No, you know, I kind of feel for the guy. I mean, if someone, you know, I understand there's like still confusion about like if he was under influence of alcohol or whatnot. Either way, he was stopped by the police because there was something wrong with him. You know, I feel for the guy. You know, like if anyone acts out in a way that is hurting their career, but also themselves, their family, you know, they're suffering to a degree. And so I wish him the best, you know, not just as another Blasian, but just another guy. Like, he's done a lot. He's worked very hard to get to where he's at. So for him to lose all that, you know, you look back at, you know, yeah, I would hate for him to lose that because he's helping out a lot of people as well in terms of his charity. So
He looks bad.
I mean, he looked bad at night. I mean, he doesn't look bad at night, you know, after a few drinks or whatever.
It's hard to take a good
mugshot. You know,
I bet those cameras are set up to make you look. It's bad. It's
Yeah,
like one of the tricks the police use to frame people.
Yeah, they have reverse makeup artists.
Yeah.
Like, if you're drunk, they just like mess up your hair.
They
real
make you
quick
look
and
extra.
Shove you in
So
there.
then if they show the picture, people are like, oh, look how messed up they look. They did it.
Yeah, photography's all lighting, and so they give you bad light, you know. And then on top of that, you know, you might that night if you had a few drinks, you have less iron, so you're looking pale and just. You know. But yeah, I wish Tiger the best. You know, he's the king of Blasians at the moment. So Tori Moi too. Tori Moi.
They got one.
You know Tori Moi, the
Yeah.
musician, he's Blasian.
Oh, that's a guy?
Yeah, he's a musician.
Oh, I thought it was a group.
I think it's like him and like a band.
Okay.
So, yeah.
He's Blasian. Good for him.
Yeah.
Who else? Give us one more.
Damn, do I know any other Blasians in the media? I think Tommy Chong's son is Blasian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's Blasian as
Yeah,
well.
Tommy Chong is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in good company.
Oh, thanks.
You guys got to start like a professional organizations.
Yeah, eventually we'll just have like, we'll bring in celebrities, Blasian narratives.
Yeah.
You know, we need more representation in the media, you know, so.
Yeah, well, because, you know, represent everybody.
Yeah, we gotta represent everybody. We gotta have Black, Samoan, Cambodian, Jews on the media, like trans. Yeah.
Oh yeah, now there's trans celebrities. It's getting really diverse these days.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's good. Yeah.
It's different. You know, it's, you know, why not? That's all I say. Like, you know, when I walk down the street, I'm gonna meet like, in terms of like, I guess. I'm going to meet so many different people just walking down the street. Why can't my television reflect how many different people I meet on the street? So, yeah.
But the old way works too. I think that's the reason.
The old way of just like white people?
Yeah. People still watch TV.
I mean, people will watch TV, but it's like, but you also get tired of this. Like, you know, like the whole Ghost in the Shell controversy. Like, you know, why did they make Scarlett Johansson? They're an A-lister, you know, Asian celebrities. Well, you didn't create any. You didn't give them any chance, you know. Someone gave, you know, I don't know. Shit. We played this game. Okay, can you name 5 white actors? Like white male actors?
Yeah, I'll name weird ones. Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
Nick Nolte.
Okay.
Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Robert Morse.
Okay.
And John Travolta.
Okay, cool. Now name 5 Asian actors, guys, that don't do karate or martial arts in movies.
James Hong.
Okay.
The guy from Harold and Kumar.
What's his name?
John Cho.
Okay.
I might be able to actually do this. You put me on the spot. Asian guys that don't do... Well, name Asian guys that do karate. It's only Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee.
But I mean,
so I'm just saying all the other ones.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? That's my point. It's like, you know.
Oh, well, we're out of time.
Okay.
I'm going to think of those answers.
Yeah.
I can name, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Chris, you're out doing, hosting mini open mics and comedy shows. People can find you.
Yeah.
I am Chris Sanders. I'm not.
Yes.
But you are. That's your handle.
Yes. Thank you. That is my IG handle. I am Chris Sanders. Yeah.
Well, he's Chris Sanders. Chris, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Adam Papagan.
All right. Until next time, it's Adam Papagan reminding you there's a place you can go, and it's your mind. Good night.